What's up, Sag gang, my beautiful Sagittarians? How are you guys? Happy Leo season. It's fire season, baby. We're in it. We're doing it. Hopefully we can get you some good love messages as well as career and financial messages. Welcome to your August monthly tarot reading. Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. That's me. My name's Annie. If you're watching this, you somehow resonate with the sign of Sagittarius. So everyone here is welcome. Again, I'm going to say the first like 2/3 of this are going to be career and finances. At the very end, I'll throw some love messages your way. The reason being I do weekly love messages, so if you're looking for something more extensive, by all means, check a bunch of those out. I only do career and finances once a month, so I'm going to try and give you some very weighted, juicy, good messages, however you want to say it. I feel like that was not eloquent at all. Whatever, Sag, you're down to roll with me, right? Let's do it. For Sagittarius, what do they need to know about career and finances? A couple more cards, please, for Sagittarius, career and finances. For those who are new, welcome. Super stoked to have you. I'm happy you stumbled upon my channel, or maybe it was referred to you. Yeah, if you don't know, I do general tarot messages. That means not everything I say will resonate with every Sagittarius out there. It's up to you to come into this reading with an open heart, an open mind. If it's not your message, don't take on that energy. Give yourself the luxury of time. Sometimes things will resonate later down the line, in a few days, a few weeks, even a few months. Be open to that, right? It may not resonate instantly. But if it feels strange or foreign, don't take action on those messages, right? Common sense, logic, intuition, yes, but discernment and logic is very important in a tarot reading. That's about it. Those are my rules. Everything else you're going to want to know will be down below. The decks I'm using, my social media, how to contact me for a personal, etc., etc. I'm doing lots of talking with my hands, and I don't know why. Maybe you guys are going to be mimes. I'm just kidding. All right, let's hop in, Saggy. Enough fooling around, right? All right, I just heard enough dicking around. Sag. All right, let's do it. So you got 2 threes. Not terrible. I like threes. Threes are about bringing groups of people together. You can look at it as mind, body, and spirit. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, right? Trinity, threes, right? Building something, so maybe you're working in a group of 3. You seem to be accomplishing things slow and steady. I don't know if that's the way you want it to be. Maybe you want more speed. Maybe you want more action. But you're waiting to hit some sort of significant milestone. For some of you, it could be a 3-year or 4-year anniversary with your company, something like that. It doesn't have to be. But yeah, you're waiting for some sort of sign that you're on the right path. Or you're waiting to, again, reach some sort of accomplishment or milestone that really confirms that what you're doing is worth your time and your energy. Some of you are having success with your business or with your career, but your heart isn't in it, the passion isn't there, and so you're starting to wonder if this is truly your home in the long term. And for some of you, that may relate to, a relationship as well. I'm reading for, I almost said I'm reading for love. Sagittarius, are you making me read for love already? I'm reading through the lens of career and finance, but you guys know how it works, right? Sometimes you can view it through the lens of love and relationship. So by all means, if I'm talking about your Gemini with the lovers showing up, take it and run with it. Tell me more about this situation. What is Sagittarius looking for? You're longing. Yeah, there it is. It literally showed itself and came right out. That's hilarious. So a card of Gemini, a card of lovers, yes. The lovers does talk about decisions, options, usually difficult, important decisions. Sometimes it does involve moving over a distance, right? There's a mountain between them. It could be that you were working on a team and there's some, I heard some egos, some tempers. There could be a little bit of some uncomfortable energy. Maybe there's just differing opinions. In which case, you might be the one feeling very isolated. It may feel like these two get along really well and their ideas are in sync. It's maybe you who's kind of like, oh, I feel like I'm not welcome here, or it might not even be that. It just, you may feel like your ideas are met with opposition, or yeah, there's something about there's a twosome that works really well, and then there's you who, your ideas are not bad by any means. If anything, they might be more insightful or more forward thinking than the rest. But yeah, some of you are feeling like your place on the team, the dynamics are shifting or changing, and so you may be sensing a growing distance between your person, or again, the job, if it's lacking love, if it's lacking passion. And some of you are thinking about a Gemini or wanting to work with a Gemini. There's clouds of confusion, though, about what to do next. You don't want to stay in a situation where you're being controlled. It feels like someone is trying to tame your fire or tame your excitement, your passion. It feels like the opposite of fanning the flame. If you're like snuffing it out, it feels like there's like I'm almost hearing the way like it sizzles out when you dull a fire, and you're a fire sign, right? So in Leo season, it's saying you may take by choice a pay cut or leave an opportunity entirely because you're just not feeling it. And that to me is such a Sagittarian message. Yeah, wasn't feeling it. So you do have Five of Pentacles. That's a tricky energy, I'll be honest with you. Your other cards look pretty good. But again, there might be tension with a team, or if you're not working on a team, you can anticipate that. There may be an offer coming your way that unites you with a certain person where there's a very strong connection to it. If it's the opposite, if you're on a team and again, you're sensing opposition or it just something about it just isn't right for you. You're questioning something about it. There is a silver lining to be had here, and I think I've given this message out a lot this month. It's very interesting. I never want to tell you to stay in a place where you're unhappy. Again, you're always in the driver's seat, Sag, but there might be a silver lining to the opportunity you're at now that you might be overlooking, and if you were to leave in haste, potentially you're not understanding the full impact of the lack of money by leaving a job. That's for a few of you. So again, it's not saying stay if you're not happy, but it's saying really think about it. Can you afford to leave this job right now if you don't have a backup? And some of you may have a backup coming in. That's entirely possible. Six of Cups, the past, nostalgia, sentimental. Some of you it's either you're saddened to leave people behind that you've worked with for a long time, or it's the opposite. You may be interested in an opportunity that like your best friend from childhood, there may be like an open position on their team for some other opportunity and you're like, put in a good word for me. For most of you, I think that's what this is. It's like almost like the idea of going to work with someone you love. It doesn't have to be a sexual partner, right? But this could be a best friend that again, you may have to travel a distance to go and work with them, but it's like you already have an established bond and connection with this person. This person actually feels like they're looking out for you. It might be an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, particularly a Gemini, or it could be a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I'm not getting that as much, but it is water. And again, it talks about the past, nostalgia. Sometimes it is rose-tinted glasses though, and the reason I bring that up is because there is something about the opportunity where you're very on the fence. Do I continue to build with these people? If you did, eventually, Three of Wands, after some waiting, you're going to hit Four of Wands, which is accomplishment, celebration, milestones. So there is something good to come here, but you may be getting impatient with the timeline, in which case it's like I'm sensing that you're ready to up and leave, and universe is kind of saying, can we find a silver lining where you're already at? Because leaving or jumping the gun on something and not having a very solid, absolute, promised fallback, you may end up in a situation that I hate to say regret, but you know what I mean, Sagittarius. You may be putting yourself through unnecessary hardship. You're being asked to find the silver lining, maybe with your Leo, right? This is a card of Leo. And more than anything, though, it's a timestamp. In Leo season, if you're not already feeling a little bit antsy and agitated, that's going to happen. And again, it might just be like a little kerfuffle, however you want to say it, a little bit of tension on the team. If you ride it out, I think it will get better. There may have just been some miscommunication. But yeah, I am sensing for a lot of you, you feel isolated. You work with people who maybe they already have an established rapport. Maybe you literally work with twins or siblings where it's like there's a shorthand between them and you're kind of like, wait a minute, what did you guys just say? There is an element of that, but it will get better. Yeah, if you work through it, there's something promising. I like that a lot. The artisan, the apprentice, becoming the master of your craft. This is not a let's give up and abandon ship. This is like, no, let's work through the challenges. Let's work through the problems because in a sense, it's rewarding. You enjoy the work and it's a great money card, Eight of Pentacles. So just putting that out there. Yeah, you may have gotten yourself involved in a commitment and something went wrong and you're like, I don't know, I feel like I'm ready to duck out. I don't know. The universe is saying hold on a little bit longer. There may even be a chance at like romance, or if it's not romance, just a very good, solid friendship, but maybe it's like you kind of have to get in there a little bit more, Sag. I don't know how else to explain it. Some of you may work in, I heard the jewelry district. That's very specific. Something with jewelry or apparel, or costuming, fabrics. I've been giving that message a lot, and it's because it's Leo season. Leo is all about the glitz and the glamour and the Hollywood red carpet. So a lot of you involved in careers like that, yeah, hang in there. There's someone who you work with who has a crush on you, Sagittarius. So if you're single and looking, you're working with someone who wants to build with you. Now there is third party energy there, so maybe you're already married if that's the case. This is a random message, but who are you putting flowers on a grave? What's that about, Sagittarius? Did you lose somebody and every year you go and visit their grave? And I'm not predicting death. I don't do that on my channel, but so maybe you work in a funeral home or something helping people grieve or cope with some sort of loss, something like that. For a lot of you, though, maybe that's just impacting your work life. Maybe you lost a best friend, or maybe you lost someone in and that could be a relationship, too. It doesn't have to mean death, right? Maybe you lost a best friend or you lost a romantic partner, and it's really weighing heavily on your heart, especially if you were broken up with, Sag. That might be interfering or impacting your ability to focus at work because all you can think about is the loss in your life, the person that you're missing very much. Some of you have a spirit guide that's watching over you. And again, I'm being called to say, don't throw in the towel on this opportunity. It's not time to leave yet. There's something you're supposed to see or complete or finish before you move on to something else. Some of you should spend more time in your faith and in your spirituality, going to church, even if that's a Zoom call or whatever they're doing, right? Spending time with your spirituality. A lot of you are just feeling kind of lost and confused right now. You have an opportunity or a job that either is coming into you, or I think most of you are currently at. And again, it's okay. It's not bad. You have no bad cards here. It's just there's a lack of passion. So I can sense that you're getting antsy. So let's talk about this job that potentially a best friend offers to you, or a collaboration with a best friend. It seems like a new opportunity with an old person. Does that make sense? And even the way I said that, it could be someone who's quite older than you in terms of age. It doesn't have to be that. But this feels like a friend from your childhood or a college buddy. Maybe their business is taking off and they're like, hey, Sag, I got an open spot. You want to come work with me? This could also be an ex or someone you dated in the past who you may end up working with, and it would work out well. I was going to say, I feel like this is going to go a weird way, but no, it says there's a victory there. So again, obviously do what is good for your mental and emotional state. I don't think this is so much a sexual thing for most of you, but particularly a Gemini. And again, that could be a sibling, whatever. Someone who loves you, or potentially there was romance with at one point if it was like an ex. They may reach out to you and be like, hey, I have a great opportunity. Do you want to come work with me? You may be doing the marketing or the PR, the publicity for this person, if that makes any sense, Sagittarius. Recruiting for their business. It's something like they're in a leadership position, so you would be working under them. So I don't know if that's weird or awkward to be working under someone you've dated. That could potentially cause some awkward feelings. But I mean, it's being clarified by the Six of Wands, so it might just be a Leo. But typically that's like a fuck yeah, that's awesome. That looks really good. Something about Christmas decorations, or I don't know if you're doing something seasonal decorations. Christmas is what I'm getting there. And then there's your world card again. All right, give me just a second here. Yeah, there's obviously this would be a scenario with your ex or someone you dated. There is still feelings there. There's unspoken, I don't know if it's tension, maybe it's sexual tension. Maybe that's what it is. So, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm not saying don't do it. In fact, it seems like it would be a really good work opportunity for you. I think you would be much more passionate about it. You have wands, you have cups, it's much more exciting than your other one. It's a catch-22 though, because there's something troublesome or awkward, I don't know what it is, about the relationship with who you would be working for. Maybe it was an old boss that fired you, and there's a million different scenarios, but do you understand what I mean? There's something about the dynamic of the people which that's sort of what it was in your other situation too, Sag. So don't be too in your head about the way other people view you, as long as you're making decisions that, you're honoring your feelings and your heart. Obviously don't do anything where you're stepping on other people. But yeah, a lot of you are like self-conscious about the way people view you or your work ethic. And I don't know why that's coming up, but I'm being called to tell you, you fear the way people view you or judge you or criticize you. And so again, maybe going to work with your ex, I'm just putting it out there, that might not be the best thing for you, but you're in the driver's seat, Sag. You're going to do whatever it is you want. Sorry, I just totally bumped the mic. I hope that didn't kill your ears. So then what's this? 5 of Swords. This is the first card we got to where I'm like, ugh, I don't like 5 of Swords. 5s are, again, awkward. Looking back to the past, working with someone where there were upset feelings or miscommunications, misunderstandings. This can be a card of someone who's like winning at all costs. I think you've graduated from that relationship. I don't think you're in that relationship anymore. World card. You've re-released yourself into the world and let go of that mental baggage. Only it comes back again. It's like you exit one world and go to another, but it's like something about the cycle wasn't completed or finished. And so maybe, I don't even know how to really express this, but it seems like, I'm going to give you this scenario, and this isn't for everybody, but this might relate to something that pertains to the situation. If you're leaving a job because you feel like people don't like you, and you go to another job and that same thing happens, that's a you problem. And I don't mean to offend Sagittarius. Some of you are giggling, so I know that you know that I'm being cool with you. I'm not trying to be critical. That's saying that that's a repetitive pattern that is keeping you from exploring what you're supposed to at these jobs, because there's something in your head that's a trigger of, they don't like me, this is uncomfortable, I need to leave. If there's patterns, and you could say the same thing about dating, right? If you're a serial dater and there's something that it's like a trigger for you, that's an internal issue that you're being called to revisit and deal with once and for all. Does that make sense, Sagittarius? There's something about that keeps repeating. It's like a pattern in both messages. And so that's why I think this is coming up, is that you're not looking straight at the issue and recognizing what's in front of you. This may have to do with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to. But it is about balancing your mind out. That's a bizarre message to say. Dogs keep coming up in these readings. I don't know what it is. It's like everybody's adopting dogs right now. I said it in almost every reading I've done. It's very unusual. Yeah, there's anxiety about something. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're running from your problem rather than dealing with it and facing it confidently, head first, so to say. You're running from it, and that's why the problem keeps following you, Sagittarius. And again, I'm not trying to be unkind. If anything, I'm trying to offer you compassion, but it's saying this isn't going to go away unless you start to actually tackle the matter firsthand. Some of you, again, I say this to you a lot, Sag. God bless you. Some of you might need to seek counseling or talk to someone who can help you understand what's going on internally. Your last love message had a lot to do with that as well. What is this about? 8 of Pentacles. Is there a fear of money? Is there a fear of having too much money? I know, that's a weird message, but again, in your subconscious, that might actually be something. A spirit guide is around you, and they're trying to get you to look at something differently, particularly your money, your job, your finances, or perhaps putting work before people, or the opposite, putting other people before your own life. If you're putting too much energy and investment in those around you, it's saying you may need to kind of recalibrate and refocus on yourself and make sure that you're getting, it's like you need to be getting something out of this experience. It's not always about, again, what everybody else thinks of your performance. If you're at a job and you like it, and in a sense you're committed in that way, don't jump ship because you have assholes around you. It's like advocate for yourself. If something's giving you anxiety, if there's legal issues or something, go to HR, or whatever it is. Speak up for yourself. Advocate. Libra card, right? The scales of justice, right? Because you deserve to be happy too in your career. You deserve to thrive and grow with a company and not feel like you have to run out the door every time things get stressful or hard. Does that make sense, Sagittarius? 10 of Swords. Yeah, you need to put a nail in the coffin once and for all of this anxiety. And maybe that has to do with a person. Again, it's the same message. Rather than running from the situation, whether you're at fault or whether you're the one who was the victim or got hurt, there's something about this that karmically it keeps happening again and again and again in every new cycle in your job, in your relationships. 10 of Swords says, let's end the bullshit. This pain, this anxiety, this suffering, whatever came to an end or came to a head in a very uncomfortable manner, it's like you haven't flushed it out of your body yet. Mentally, you're still holding on to something and it's giving you anxiety and it's impacting your ability to enjoy your work. So again, this might be something with a colleague. I hate to say this because I'm not trying to scare you or do fear-based readings. If you don't get to the core of what is causing this, it's just going to keep following you. It's like leapfrogging from one situation to another. It's like dancing with the devil. You're trying to escape it, but you're not dealing with it head on. Like, no, this is my shadow self. This is my whatever you're struggling with, like a situation or I don't even know how to phrase it. Something that you view as a fault or a bad habit, an addiction, something. It's like you're looking to kick it, but rather like kick the addiction, kick the habit, but rather than face it head on and be like, no, this is what I'm doing to solve it. This is what I'm going to do to get rid of it. It's like, this is uncomfortable. I'm just going to go this way. Okay, you guys get it. I'm not going to linger on that too much more, but that's a very important message. It's showing up 3 times. 3 times. You have a lot of 3s. Has this happened at 3 different jobs? Has this happened with 3 different relationships, be it romantic or business or whatever? Something about the number 3 and repetitive cycles. All right, let's move away from that message because that was very specific. So then we got a fun little tower moment going on, Sagittarius. And I know some of you are like, all right, well, what about my money? Where's my money at? I don't have a lot of pentacle cards. I do have 8 of Pentacles, which again, I like, but this isn't making it rain. This is like, keep working at it. You're going places. You're making slow but steady progress. You're the artisan. You're the apprentice. You're becoming the master of your craft. Money will come in time, but there's still, this is a kind of like trial and error. I'm going to try it this way, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to go back to the drawing board, and I'm going to try it this way. Again, as I said before, this is not abandon ship. This is not throw everything out the window and start fresh. This is like, wow, we've done a lot up until this point. You're just waiting for the milestone now. You're waiting for the 4 of Wands, the accomplishment, the celebration that comes from all this hard work and passion that you've put into something. Don't give up on this. Even if this is your side hustle that isn't making you a ton of money, it will. It's going to yield good results. And even if those results aren't financial, again, there's a silver lining to that whole thing of, and I said the same thing to Cancer. You'll know when it's time to jump ship. Don't let it come from a trigger, from an unhealthy or lower vibrational trigger. Make it with clear intentions, with pureness in your heart, with a calm state of mind and a calm state of emotion. If your intuition then says, yeah, I think it's time to move on, then listen to that, right? But for a lot of you, it's saying, just stay for a second. Just think about it, because there may actually be something good that comes out of this. Someone may leave the company or for some reason, there may be a shuffle or a regrouping of people in your company, in which case this world is saying, you've graduated from the artisan. You've graduated from the apprenticeship. Now it's time to move up in the world. And, you just got Johnny's job because he retired or he moved across town. And you know what I mean? There might be something where you graduate the world, right? You move on to the next level in Super Mario Brothers, right? But it might be unexpected or unanticipated. And so it's saying you may be tempted to jump ship, but you may be setting yourself up for hardship or disappointment unnecessarily. Okay? Do with that what you will. Something didn't go right. And there's sadness. Why is there sadness in your heart, Sagittarius? Working with someone from your past for a lot of you, it's a mixed bag. There's happiness there in the emotional fulfillment of your job. You would be doing something that you're more passionate about, but it would also make you revisit an awkward situation with this person. And these might be multiple storylines. You may have 2 opportunities to go work with a friend, and with one of them, I'm getting, even if it's with a parent or a sibling, it's an awkward relationship and there are some unsettled feelings there. But here's the thing, Sag, maybe you're being called back to that opportunity to heal it once and for all, right? You know, the universe sends us in different directions for a reason. So while it may be something that you're avoiding or won't be enjoyable, it's almost like if you finally nip it in the bud, that's not the right term. If you finally put an end to this kind of moody, brooding kind of, I don't even know what you want to call it, and bring the cup of healing, of love, of spirituality to it, you can finally move on from something with peace of mind, with love in your heart, so that you're not carrying around I would call this emotional baggage for a lot of my Sagittarians out there. This reading is I'm struggling with it. Like, the messages are here, but they're not about your job. They're not about your money. They're about people. They're about people and situations in your life, but it's impacting your career. So is this a firing? Again, as I'm saying that 3 of Pentacles, which you had earlier, those people you're building with, but you feel like the odd man out. Again, it's a Tower in reverse. To me, that's saying don't let your emotions get the better of you and end a situation on pure impulse. Again, you view it as a tower, but your head is clouded. You're viewing it from a much lesser perspective of they don't like me, or they think my ideas suck, or I just feel weird. Something about this team, absolutely, this 3-person dynamic. Maybe it's 4 people. Maybe there's 3 other people in you, right? Whatever it is, you want to jump ship, but with the Tower in reverse, it's saying you have the power to not do that. You can stay here, but again, you're going to have to face your shadow side. You're going to have to dig deep and understand, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel isolated or hurt or total eclipse of the heart? That's what I call my 5 of Cups. The upside, Sagittarius, the silver lining to this loss and disappointment in the 3 of Cups that have spilled. Sorry, my camera's reversed. It always takes me so long to find where I'm trying to go here. The 3 of Cups that have spilled, there's 2 of Cups still remaining. There is something really important that can be salvaged from this, I almost said information, from the situation. And Cups, right, it will nourish you. It will be healing. It will be good for the body. It will be good for your mind, body, and spirit, right? And it potentially comes in the form of a partnership or a collaboration of some kind. This almost feels like mean girl energy, like you're intimidated by this group of potentially women. It doesn't have to be, right? But even if it's men, there's like a cattiness to them or something. I hope that makes sense, Sag. Where, again, mean girl energy, male or female, you feel like they don't understand you and maybe they're talking shit about you, and maybe they are, Sag, but again, that's not your cue to leave. That's your cue to be like, excuse me, this is bullshit and I'm here to do my job, so could you do yours? And Sag, you can be pretty blunt, so I know that you have that in you. Maybe that's not the best way to do it. Maybe you bring the complaint to the manager, maybe you go to HR, maybe whatever it is. But again, because you're feeling like people are being jerks to you, you see that as, oh, this isn't working, and I gotta go, this isn't for me. If you enjoy what you're doing, but what's keeping you frustrated is the social dynamics, that's what needs to be worked on, Sag. And that's what I mean about this reoccurring pattern. There's opportunities of, I'm going to say collaboration, but I really want to say love. This might be a romance spread for you, Sag. There's a beautiful chance to establish peace and harmony and fun, creativity among the group, but there's an inclination for you to get the hell out of there, and I don't know why that is, Sag. You'll know if it's your message, and if it's not, I'm sorry. It won't be your message every time, but why are we telling Sagittarius to stay? Why? Like, what would benefit from them staying? Because there's a victory up ahead. Again, there might be a shuffle of the dynamics of the group in which you may earn some sort of leadership position, or maybe there's layoffs, but even if that's the case, you may end up with the person's job that you wanted all along. I said something very similar to Cancer, Sagittarius. There's a reason why you're being told to stay, because you have a blessing coming your way and it's going to make you happy. It's a seed right now, but it's growing bigger. It's a building block that you could use. Knight of Cups here. Again, cups in a money spread can be the idea of like money flow. There's a golden opportunity that you're going to want to be able to jump on. But if you're 1 foot out the door, you may miss out on an opportunity that could make you very happy. The Knight of Cups is Piscean energy. It's like this hopeless romantic knight. I like it in this spread because it's saying this job is not always going to be burdensome. It's not going to be crushing all your dreams and your passions. If anything, it's like saying this is going to awaken like the hopeless romantic in you of, hey, we can make a difference at this job and look at what we're doing and we're helping people and isn't this great? This is getting back to the basics of why you wanted to be in this industry or why you wanted to be in this field to begin with. Some of you are going to be collaborating with a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and that person is very good with their money. Or maybe you are. Maybe that's what you bring to the table too. There's also a Leo involved here. You have a couple cards of Leo. Again, it could be a timestamp of Leo season. So that says to me there's going to be an offer, and maybe it's a new job offering. But either way, it's like saying don't jump from the building until you have a safety net to catch you. You understand what I mean? There might be an offer that comes while you're still at this job that you don't like, and you're going to be happy you didn't leave, and I don't know, for some reason, Sag, because at least you have the income, whatever it is. There's an offer coming your way. Again, a golden opportunity, and it's warm. Fire energy, right? The sun, happiness, growth, renewal. Some of you are going to work with children with the sun and the Ace of Pentacles. You need to heal your body, too. Some of you are going to have like an emotional outpour, some sort of a release with tears, but it would be relief. It would be relieved. And it may have to do with finally confronting the mean girls that you were intimidated by. You know, you're not going to take them out back and show them who's boss. That's not what I mean, but you may have like an uncomfortable meeting where it's like, when you do this, I feel this way. And I know my Sagittarians are cringing hearing me say this, but it might actually clear the air, and then you guys can go on to become like a kick-ass team. There's something here that's like muddying the waters, but it could be a really good opportunity. So Spirit is just saying, before you peace out, before you take off, if this is a pattern, Sagittarius, let's bring illumination to this pattern. And what is at the crux of it? Why is this happening over and over and over again? It's a karmic lesson, isn't it? That's where the Libra mama comes in. Justice. It's karmic justice. You're meant to settle something once and for all. This could even have to do with a court case or some sort of legal dispute. I don't know why I'm being called to say that, but I am. Tell me about this new offer. Let's get Sag some positive messages. I feel like I've put you guys through the ringer this reading. Tell me about this beautiful new offer coming in, potentially in Leo season or from a Leo. Tell me about this beautiful opportunity. It's going to warm you up. Where you once felt isolated, hardship, abandonment, tempted to leave and put yourself through agony just because you felt whatever, right? It's like you saw this as a better option than confronting the person you had the issue with. This is the same card, but it's a different take on it. It's like they welcome you to the group. They welcome you to the coven. They welcome you to sit by the fire and get warm and tell cute stories over the campfire. There's bonding, Sagittarius. There's a group dynamic that improves. You don't feel isolated. You feel like you're welcome to the group. So maybe it's working with a new group of people, but I got to be honest, a lot of you are being asked to heal the current dynamic you're in. Maybe by doing that, you spawn some sort of like domino effect of the company sort of taking on more of an initiative to be like inclusive. If the people you work with, it's very isolated, you know, maybe you don't feel like you have a home team or like a home base or that work wife, work husband, you know, your work bestie. You may be the one that initiates that fun, that family dynamic in your workplace. I can't think of a better person to do that than a Sagittarius. You guys are a shitload of fun. You can always count on Sagittariuses to bring the party with them. And that's why people love you, Sag. You have a big heart. You're literally the fire sign, right? You have a lot of warmth to give people. Ironically, it seems like you're not getting that back from other people and you're taking it personally. You have Knight of Cups twice, so you have multiple offers potentially coming from water signs or, again, things that are going to make you emotionally happy and fulfilled. Some of you are literally going to serve, like, I know this is silly, but like serve glasses of alcohol, liquor, booze. Are you working in a coffee shop? Are you a bartender? Do you understand what I mean? And even again, something about that is a metaphor for like socializing among groups. You bring people together, Sagittarius. You're a leader. You're a light worker. You're the father. That's what I'm saying of the work family. Yeah, and maybe that is to get you to recognize something that you're naturally good at that you didn't even realize. Maybe you have no ambition to be the leader at your work. Maybe you have no desire to be the father figure in this dynamic. Spirit has chosen you to do so. So again, you don't have to take that path, but it might be something, it's like a God-given talent of yours. It's a volcano ready to explode, but it's warmth and it's powerful. There's a powerful energy to my Sagittarians, male or female, right? But it's the Emperor. That's a fucking great card to have in your career and finances spread. So you may as well take advantage of this. Don't give your power up to the devil. Don't give your power up to the darker shadow side of your personality, right? For a lot of you, it's fears or insecurities that have been eating away at you, and you don't tell anyone about them. You like to hide them and pretend they don't exist, but I'm going to tell you something, Sagittarius. Everybody has that. That's why everybody's watching tarot readings. You're not alone. You feel isolated, or you feel like your problems are very specific or unique to you. And, obviously the details, sure, but the overall theme of what you're going through, I guarantee you, there's a lot of people who've been through that. You may be forming a support group, Alcoholics Anonymous. Is that what you're doing? Are you starting like some sort of like, hey, let's all get together and talk about our problems? Sag. That's gonna, yeah, you are forging community. You are forging friendship among groups. That's the major message of this relationship reading. All right, tell me about Sagittarians' finances. Let's say projection for the next month. What is money looking like? I know I didn't do you justice on giving you money, but it was not there. I can only read what the cards tell me. Money, you're blocking your blessings. You missed a phone call. Check your missed messages. You missed a phone call about an opportunity about money. It may involve something regarding your mother. Your mother may have taken a call for you. Do people even use landlines anymore? You missed a call and there was an opportunity for money there, or it may have been an offer from an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I really like that, but there's a blocking. Something was missed on a financial opportunity. Maybe it involves working for a phone company, Verizon, I don't know. What are some of the other ones? You know what they are, right? I just heard hello, Moto. Telephone, technology, industries involving communication. Yeah, technology, tech-savvy things. There's money to be made there. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Why am I saying that to you, Sagittarius? I don't know. Do you know? Ghostbusters. What are you doing with Ghostbusters? I don't know what that means, but that'll mean something to someone out there. You're helping wounded warriors. The Wounded Warrior Project, right? That's a thing. I've heard of that. You're helping people who are wounded or damaged. And I say this to you every time. It's because you relate to those people. You see something in them. You have like this psychic connection to people who are hurting. You reach out and give them help. You're their lifeline, right? Maybe you're joining some sort of company that reaches out to people to check in on them, right? Whatever that is. Maybe it's an old folks home. Maybe it's people who have been victimized in some way, or maybe people who are in very fragile emotional states. You're their lifeline, you're the connection, and you help heal heartbreak and pain and depression. Maybe that's what you're going through, but this is saying that's a lucrative business for you to get into because, again, you're just naturally inclined to understand people. Sagittarians are very psychic. You have like a pulse on people. You help people. This is so ironic, Sagittarius. Nine of Wands, right? Throwing up the walls, obstacles, do not enter. I don't want to talk to you. I'm suspicious of you. You help people let down their hair and let you in because there's a warmth about you. Ironically, that's exactly what you need to do for yourself. You're throwing up the walls when you feel like people don't get you or don't understand you. Some of you need to heal something with your mother or a sister. Yeah, I'm asking about your money, and the universe is like, I'm not really sure yet. I don't know what I want to tell Sagittarius about their money. And I don't mean to say that as a cop-out, but it's like the universe is waiting on you to make a move. There's reciprocity, but it's doing charitable work. And again, that group of three, that damn group of three, they keep showing up. Rather than jumping from what you see as the burning building, like, oh, it's finished, there's no future for me here, they don't like me, It's saying pour water on the fire. Put the flames out. Put the arguments, the mean girl, the bickering, you know what I mean, like the bullshit energy. Throw some water on that. You know, your zesty fire is enough to like change the morale of the group. I just keep wanting to say don't jump ship because it would be a wasted opportunity. The universe is trying to hand you an opportunity. There's a valuable lesson to be learned here. But in the past, you've run from it because it scares you. Go down that path that scares you because it will be rewarding in the end. It will be very rewarding. There will be reciprocity for facing your fears and doing that thing that scares the shit out of you. There's an apology coming your way from someone you got in a fight with, particularly an Aquarius, an Aries, a Cancer, or your boss. Sagittarius, you're going to get an offer from an Empress. You have a divine pairing here, so there could be a key collaboration. It might be with another Sagittarius or a Cancer. You have beautiful cards at the bottom of your deck, but they're not here yet. You're going to get an apology from the person you were fighting with. It was divinely guided for you to meet them on your spiritual path because they're offering you insight and knowledge into yourself. They offer you internal healing. Again, maybe something with an Aquarius. You have a lot of people showing up at the bottom of your deck. There's your divine pairing, Emperor and Empress. Beautiful. Love it. Collaboration, the dynamic duo. Something involving, traveling. There you are, Sagittarius. Angel, right? Archangel Michael. Maybe there's a love relationship somewhere in your workspace too, if that's what you're looking for. For most of you, this is an offer of communication of something that will fill your cup, your bank account, and your level of happiness. But do the healing work. I mean, that's your card, right? Temperance, balance, patience. Again, Alcoholics Anonymous, I'm being called to say for some of you, right? If it's your message, take it and run with it. Yeah. There's a brotherhood with Cancer. So that may literally be your brother or someone you're very close to who is I don't know why I'm being called to say brotherhood, but I am. So anyway, Sag, that's what I got for you. Should we throw a few love messages at you? Yours is always the longest. Why is that? I've already lost you guys. You're not going to sit through a 42-minute video. All right, real quick. Let's get some love out for Sagittarius. Yours are so deep, Sag. You have such a deep soul. I find your energy fascinating. I just do. I don't know why that is, but that's why your videos are always so long. It's like, and you present me with a lot of problems. You make me work for it, Sag. It's like I can't just give you random messages because it's like, well, there's something here and I need to tell them more. Sagittarius. All right. Love, love, love. Cupid's love arrows, 10 of Cups, if you get out of your own way. Some of you who are already married, you're feeling trapped in a loveless marriage and you're looking to shoot elsewhere. For those who are with someone, particularly another Sagittarius, there might be long-term commitment there. Someone's shooting their love arrows at you, Sagittarius, and they want you to be the mother or the father of their children. You may have initially viewed this as, every time, fear of commitment, I don't want to be trapped, but there's love here. Whoa. There's love here with your Gemini. For a lot of you, that's a Gemini. There may be a Gemini who's suffering from mental illness or depression or something, and you may have been with this person for years. And again, there's love there. I wouldn't abandon it entirely, but I can sense that you're frustrated because you want to help them, but you can't do the healing work for them. So that's a message I give to you all the time, right, Sagittarius? You can be there, but ultimately you can't do the healing for them, and vice versa. This person can't heal you. So there has to be a meeting each other where you're both at, right? Wanting to grow and work together as spiritual beings, but also individual beings, yeah? Tell me about the Capricorn. There's a Capricorn in your life that you're either extremely addicted to or you have hot sexual relationships with. It's a struggle, though. You're struggling with it. They may have gone dark on you. Yeah, they may be kind of cold. They might be taking back the offer they made to you, specifically the Capricorn. The Capricorn or the Taurus, they may have shady intentions that, yeah, they're still trying to figure out where they're at with you, if they even have feelings, this, that, and the other thing. I'm just throwing a few random scenarios at you here, right? So what can we tell them about the Earth sign? I'm going to say Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's kind of saying to me, take a break from this. Yeah, if you were to take a break from this, there's going to be more clarity up ahead. And for a lot of you, that clarity is the sex is good, but it's a sexual relationship, and that's probably what it's going to be. It's not for the long term. This person may also be married, too. They may have a husband. Or, I mean, I suppose it could be a wife, too, but... Tell me about Ten of Cups. All right, baby. This is what Sagittarius wants to hear. Whoa. Those came flying out. This is your message. Those who want long-term relationships. Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles type shit. Who's your redhead? Is there a redhead in your life? Two of Swords. It's a difficult decision. Because your person may have addiction issues, especially alcohol addiction. Might be another fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're ready for you. They want marriage. They've already picked out their bridal dress or whatever the masculine version of that is, right? They see a future with you, Sagittarius. They might be a dancer, specifically a ballet dancer, or their body is very fit. Something about that. Or they like to dress up a lot. You like the way they look. You like the way they dress. So what is this contemplation about? You may be frustrated because they're going back to school, and it's like you can't hang out with them as much as you would like. Who is Sagittarius' Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles person? Might be a Libra. Or an Aries, Leo, Sag. A lot of fours. You're happy with where you're at, but you're not looking to take it to the next level, or that's your person. There's fours. So it's the comfort zone. It's not that someone wants to leave, but it's not necessarily that they want to put a ring on it or commit to it long term. The Moon card came out in reverse. So are there secrets being revealed? Is there more to be revealed the further down the line you go? This to me is saying cure the dark energy, cure the devil energy, cure the fear. Like putting the fear in reverse, trying to understand why there's this avoidance or why there is fear in long-term commitment. For some of you, it's your Pisces doesn't want to commit if you're the one who's very keen on them. I mean, it could be vice versa. You may be questioning if Pisces is the one for you. So you're going to course correct, Sagittarius. You may go back to someone from your past. The universe is saying be careful of the Capricorn. Some of you are definitely headed into the past of the Capricorn. Something about an Aquarius is coming through here, as well as a Leo. So again, that is falling over your Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. There's something to be revisited with a Capricorn, a Pisces, or possibly a Leo. You may go back to rekindle something and realize it's not for you after all. A lot of you, there's mutual interest with a fire sign. I hate when my cards are reversed. One more, and then we're going to close out for Sagittarius. Who do you see the most passion and potential in? Who do you view as your Ten of Cups? Who do you want to have kids and marriage and babies with? And if you don't, then that's fine. But are you hanging out with people who want a long-term commitment from you? A lot of you are going to let someone go. You're going to release someone once and for all because psychological damage, it was suffocating you or it wasn't. It's like you were with them for so long. You accepted it as your life, but there's an Ace of Wands. There's a new beginning to find the person you're more passionate about. For some of you, it may actually be another Sagittarius. Yeah, the Fool. A lot of you are starting again. You may end up divorcing the person you're already married to because it's like, whatever you got yourself into, it ended up not being a healthy relationship for you. So a lot of you are pouring out the cup of love, and you're setting someone free, right? That bird flying up into the sky, and you're going after your true 10 of cups this time. The ace and the fool say to me newness, new beginnings. Releasing the juggler, releasing the one who was a player or not wanting to commit. Or again, if that's you, you're going to continue to do so, I think. Some of you. And then there's a Gemini. There's a Gemini and a Libra that it's all over the place. It's kind of messy, but you're still holding on to it. Sagittarius, that's what I got for you. Please like, share, subscribe. This video was way too long. I'll see you guys soon for more tarot. Thanks for joining me, Sag. Bye.